Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Great League team. I wanted to test out the new buffed punches. So Fire Punch, Diggersby, Ice Punch, Sandslash. So just use both of them and then, okay, they share a fighting weakness. So we're going to put in an anti-fighter. I put in Azumarill. It does make you double weak to grass, but you have such a good answer in Sandslash, and with Fire Punch on Diggersby and Ice Beam on Azumarill, you can kind of work around it. So if I see a grass on the lead, you almost have to just stay and play it out. Otherwise, team did very well. A lot of the times I felt like I went to Ice Punch more on Sandslash than I did Fire Punch on Diggersby. And it's just because, like, let me just open up PvPoke for 1 second here. The difference in, I think Fire Punch and Scorching Sands is so significant, and the secondary effects do, that it's worth just going to the Scorching Sands most of the time. So Diggersby here, you have Scorching Sands, 96 damage with a 30% chance of lowering your opponent's attack, so 1.92 damage per energy, versus Fire Punch, which is only 1.5 damage per energy. So yes, it's nice to have that Fire Punch buff, but it felt like the majority of the time, any sort of neutral situation, I was just going Scorching Sands anyways. That didn't feel like the case for Sandslash, and I don't know if that was just my... yeah, you know what? Because Ice Punch is now better damage per energy. So it's so funny because I didn't even look at these stats before, but it just kind of felt like intuitive that this would be the case. I guess that's just having like 60,000 battles under your belt here. Ice Punch now with Stab is a 72 damage move, 1.8 damage per energy, and Drill Run non-stab is only 80 damage, 1.78. So more damage, sure, for Drill Run, but also more energy. So damage per energy is actually better for Ice Punch. So I felt like a lot of time I did go with just straight Ice Punch instead. So let's take a look at the battles. Kind of just intuitive, I guess. So Togetic against Azumarill. I have Ice Beam, so I'm not going to run out of here immediately. I'll take one move. I probably will get out because you are double weak fighting in the back. There are Primates and Annihilates and Pangoros and fighters everywhere, so you know, you don't want to leave it too long in case they do have a fighter in the back. So come in here. Diggersby so bulky. I'm just going to take it. And they come in Stunfisk, which is a no. Which is not what you want to come in with against a Diggersby. Stunfisk. Obviously, I'm resisting the Thunder Shocks, so they have to just go Mud Bomb. I'm bulky, so they're going to need like 4 of these after all that, even the chip damage there. So I landed the first Scorching Sands, and now this is just Dan testing out moves. I'm like, okay, let's just go Fire Punch here, because I just want to see like what this looks like from this range. And they end up shielding, but then the extra quick attacks put them in the red, so I can go again. And I think they double shield. So, you know, having a Fire Punch now that I don't feel as bad as before to throw it feels nice. So I just come in here and finish off with Sandslash. They are double weak to ice. What do they have in the back? Steelix. So have a Drill Run, which is super effective, and then I have shields, and this game is over. And it looks like they're running some sort of Fang. Guessing Thunder Fang, but that's not going to matter when I got a 2 shield advantage and I'm loaded with energy. So take that out there. Wigglytuff. I saw a lot of Wigglytuffs. And I just showcased a team. When was that? Yesterday? Sorry, I'm just looking up when I showcased that team so you guys can check it out. Because in the title I said, yeah, Saturday afternoon. So if you want to go check Saturday afternoon's video, I basically said, like, surprisingly, Wigglytuff feels very safe. And yes, there's Quagsires and Toxapex. So obviously it's not the super safe, but there's less steals, right? There is Sandslash, but there's not a lot of steals, a couple poisons, and then just a lot of neutral matchups. So now with the fighters coming back a little bit here too, it's neutral against ground. It's just really tough, feels safe. Anyways, get into Diggersby just to get hit with a Hydro Pump from an Azumarill. So that's unfortunate, but you know, we'll take that. Get to the Play Rough, which will chip. And they give that switch back up into Wiggly, which means I will get into my, again, I don't like giving up switch unnecessarily, but they get back into their Wiggly, so I will give up switch into my Sandslash because I resist all the moves, and now it's just trying to come out with a bit of energy here. So getting to this drill run, again, oftentimes, because I still just go to drill run because I know the damage is close, but I don't know how much 8 damage in those sort of situations actually makes a difference. Like here, I'm still going to go drill. It's because they're water and my attack is lowered. If it wasn't lowered, I'd just probably go Ice Punch here. But just going to confirm the kill, or take out, not kill, with a move. And then I try and bank a move here because my attack was lowered. I want to just try and get some, bank that energy and reset the lowering attack nerf. And hopefully I can get to another move here and force a shield. But even so, I think they can just roll out down here, and I'm not going to get to a move here. So now just top left. Yep. Gardevoir. Lots of fairies in the early part of the seasons. We just had Togetic, Wigglytuff, and now a Gardevoir, and they make a catch on a Toxapex. And again, I don't love this. If you've watched this channel for a while, you know you never go into the hardest to answer, because of course I'm going to have options in the back here. So they come into a Toxapex into my Zoomer. So I have Diggersby and Sandslash. Both will easily take this. Both resist poison. I do just come Sandslash. No, sorry, I come Diggersby. I don't know if there's a reason I came Diggersby over Sandslash. I think it's because Powder Snow's resisted. So I wanted to do neutral quick attacks and super effective Scorching Sands as opposed to resisted Powder Snows and super effective drill runs. Yes, but I am taking super effective brines on the Diggersby, but that's okay. And they have a fire Pokemon in the back. So I have to immediately go Azumarill. And then these bubbles are adding up. I don't know the moves, but at this point you can kind of see where this is going. I just need to commit to the farm down. Let's see if I throw here. Yeah, throwing on 9 versus 10 is fine. I still think the farm down is probably going to be the win con here. So I think this is just kind of wasted energy. Because I got to take this move, and then they're in the yellow. So between that and the quick attacks and the Powder Snow, I think I could just fast move this down. Okay. So I probably could have got an extra 2 bubbles. Oh, they still have a Gardevoir. Okay, sorry. I thought they were down to the last Pokemon. Yes, that makes more sense why I threw. But fast move down on the Gardevoir against there. So, okay. Jumpluff. So Jumpluff, you just need to stay. As a grass flyer, that is very helpful to you because you are double weak to ice here. Or they are double weak to ice here. So I can just, I may shield. I may take a move. You can live an energy ball. Get off the ice beam here. This will do a ton of damage if it lands. It does not take out because I've played this matchup a couple times. And even as a Shadow Jumpluff, double super effective ice beam, they actually live. Which is okay. Now, my only concern is, because I stayed in this matchup, I could see a fighter in the back and then I'm screwed. I'm coming in Sandslash, which means I'm probably screwed. And there's your fighter, right? And this is where it gets kind of tricky. So you either have one of 2 options here. You play out the Azumarill matchup. As a team read, it makes sense that they have a fighter, right? Because Jumpluff is double weak to ice. Your main ice are Sandslash and Dugong. So a fighter easily takes out Sandslash and Dugong. So they probably have a fighter in the back. If that's a team read case, you need to make a swap. You can't swap directly into Sandslash because it is double weak, even though I think I did that in one of my matchups. Don't do that. I think I just did in this matchup. Don't do that. You need to come Diggersby. But then coming Diggersby into a flying grass type Pokemon is tough in itself. So you're really in a really tricky spot. So I played it out just to get absolutely punished by a fighter in the back here, which is now going to be 3 times boosted coming into my Sandslash, which is just going to absolutely delete it. So I have no chance here because of that. So I think maybe next time you just need to team read and just sacrifice the Diggersby. Try to draw out the fighter. Just do normal there. So Drapion lead. Coming in Diggersby. Yes, they probably have Aqua Tail because it's a Shadow Drapion. But, you don't shield because they could have a Primeape. This, again, for those of you who are newer to team building and how to play these style teams of trying to draw something out, you almost never ever shield a move coming from the first Pokemon. Yes, Drapion's going to throw a super effective Aqua Tail. Does not matter if they are going to eventually get into a Primeape here. There's no point of shielding the Aqua Tail if they're just going to kill you with the Primeape. So when you're trying to draw something out, you always just let it go, kind of like what I just did there. You let the Diggersby go down. It's basically a sacrifice. You try and ship, try and grab shields, try and flip switch if you can. Come back in the zoom roll. Maybe if they come back in with their lead, I may try and ship here first. Yeah. Oh, no. Just straight Drapion. Straight Sandslash. I am worried about the crunch. Shadow crunch on a Shadow Sandslash would hurt. They just go Aqua Tail. So they're staying in. And once they kind of like baited the Aqua Tail and stayed in, I'm like, this is probably just Ice Punch range at this point. They seem scared to get out of this matchup. So could be like a double poison. Could be like a Quagsire or something in the back. What do they have on the lead? Oh, this is the lead. What do they have on the switch? Fighter. Either way, I'm reading that they're probably weak to this. So I get out here and snipe with the Azumarill. Take this out. Diggersby, right? So it is ground in the back. So that's something that is, again, weak to. Again, Jumpluff. I am playing this lead out. And I land it. Let's see if I try and catch here. No. Still just playing this out. Gonna shield this time, though. Maybe I learned from the past that like I need to keep this. And again, don't love coming Sandslash. I do get the farm down, but of course they're going to punish me with the Primeape here. Don't come Sandslash. When you're watching my videos and I rip you apart for this move, do as I say, not as I do. Because this was an absolute terrible move to come in there. I mean, it was a good read. Like, I knew I had to draw out a fighter. Just draw it out with Diggersby. Don't draw it out with Sandslash. Because Sandslash is double weak to fighting. Luckily, I get my Azumarill on this. So I don't need to worry about the fighting moves. This will be a second Rage Fist, so it is boosted for the second time. Gonna get to the Ice Beam here. And they decide to shield. Maybe they're reading that I'm double weak to it, right? Because I came in Sandslash. I'm probably double weak to Fighter with an Azumarill lead. So their team reading on what I'm doing. So I have to shield because I really want to get this out. And then I got to hope Diggersby can not like a double Fighter team. Probably an instant swap. Here comes the instant swap. It is a Starmie. And Starmie. 0 shields with Psywave and Surf. You think would have an advantage. But here comes the Scorching Sands. Almost takes it out, but they will get to move before me. We CMP. 12 and 12, that makes sense. Or 13 and 12, whatever. So they get to the move. But now, I just resisted Bubble down before they can Psywave down. Awkward. What do I call it? Weird. It's weird and awkward to play with. They safe swap. So they had a B-Barrel against my Azumarill, and they safe swap into a Superior, which is interesting. Maybe I should have farmed up a bit more. I was thinking maybe the Buff Punch can take this out one shot, but it cannot. Frenzy does land. That does hurt. B-Barrel probably, my guess is just try and roll out down. That's an aggressive roll it down, so they may have to dump a Surf on me. Although I am in the red, so maybe they'll commit to it. They do commit to it. But I'm just getting to the Ice Punch just to chip. And if this lands, it's going to put them in the red. I think they're maybe already in the red. No, not quite yet. So they do shield, which is great. Now they're in the red. And now I will just eat these Hyper Fangs. And they decide to go double Grass in the back, which makes sense why they tried to draw out an Ice. Because they have a... Although I feel like Chestnut may be a little safer as a safe swap than Superior. Maybe not. Maybe with the Aerial Ace. I don't know. Anyways, so I shield up one move. I get off an Ice Beam. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I have to just let this go. They're going to win CMP. They're going to get to it first. I think I have to let this go. Come Quick Attack to BKB. Hope to Quick Attack down. Oh, I get the Ice Beam off. That's huge. 1 HP. Looking at you, 114, 15 IVs. So they have to use that shield. I mean, they will get another move off here. I need to shield this. And then I think I try and farm down because I think it's my only win con. And they get to the move with their 1 HP. Yeah. Not counting. I was 1 quick attack away from taking it out, but they get to a move, and this Frenzy will basically one-shot me. Or Superpower. And then I lose CMP on the Bidoof here. Not Bidoof. The Evolution. B-Barrel. And they take me out. So that Superpower landing cost me the game, but if I counted, you know. Okay. This one's weird again. So I came in Diggersby. Again, I say never come in with your hardest answer. Diggersby is a great answer to Galvantula because you double resist the electric. However, I hate Sandslash as a safe swap. Right? Because Sandslash, if you get a fighter or a fire, you are double weak to something. And using a safe swap that is double weak to something is a terrible move. So you're kind of in a really, this probably won't happen to you a lot, but you're in a really awkward situation here. You can't really stand and do super effective electric on your Azumarill. You come in with a Diggersby, you're coming in with your hardest answer. And luckily for me, they do not have a hard answer to Diggersby, which you should if you're running Galvantula. Or come in Sandslash, which can be double weak to fire or fighting and really just kill you. So if you're ever in that situation, I don't know if there's a right move. For me at the time, right move was just like, I'm going to come Diggersby. If they punish me with Diggersby, this is what makes Diggersby so strong. Diggersby can be punished to a certain extent, but is still very, very strong as a safe swap. So even though I'm being very obvious with my safe swap and very obvious as the hard counter, which I never suggest you do, in this specific situation, I can say that it's probably worth it. So get off the Ice Beam on the Galvantula. So they shield. So I come in Sandslash, going to shield up their move because a discharge would hurt. And I believe they bait me with lunge. So once they bait me with lunge, I'm just going to go for the slightly harder hitting drill run here. I believe they shield again. Yeah, they shield again just to get another move off, which I'm going to have to shield theirs as well. And I think I get baited for the second time, which does not matter in terms of taking this out, but it does matter in terms of the next matchup. And the next matchup comes in and is a Jumpluff. So I guess it doesn't matter too much when they're double weak to ice here. So that still does more than 50%, even though I'm 2 times lowered because it is 2 times effective. With that said, I'm dumping all my energy. I wouldn't be surprised if I go into a Azumarill here. Or am I going to force them to throw energy here? Yeah, force them to throw energy. That's fine. They're in the deep red. Force them to throw energy and then just bubble down. So despite having a bad lead and going into my safe swap, I will take this matchup. Quagsire. So I'm staying in this matchup, and they eventually give a switch into Toxapex, which I was going to come Diggersby anyways as a safe swap, so this is kind of working out for me here. Brian's super effective, but again, it is a piece of crap, so that's not going to do much. Brutal timing there. I saw it. If I call it, others might as well call it myself. They'll get to a second Brian, so I'm going to have to throw pretty quick here because I don't want to take a third one and have to shield or lose switch. So we'll farm up some because I know if Brian takes a while to get to. We'll get off the Scorching Sands, take it out. Can I get to a Fire Punch on this? I mean, that's resisted, so there's no point. So try to get to Scorching Sands for some energy. Now, Aqua Tail, they're loaded. So I know they have like a Stone Edge here. So I'm pretty sure I shield. Yeah, I do shield. I just know they're loaded with energy and I don't know what's in the back yet. And what is in the back is a Dugong. So, Azumarill has a pretty good matchup against Dugong anyways. So I'm just going to stay in here. Okay, sorry. I keep looking. I don't know if I don't think you're picking up on the mic because it's coming through my vents. My daughter's been sick all week. She, while catching the flu anyways, had to have 3 shots, a flu shot, a booster shot, and like a mumps and measles shot. So she's been sick all week. She's been puking and coughing all through the night. She's waking up for multiple hours a night. Anyways, that's a long way of saying she's home from school. And my kid is always home. So I'm filming this early during a little downtime here. And they must be playing over the vent because I can hear their voices coming down because I'm in the basement when I film here. I can hear their voices coming down the vent. So I don't know if you guys are picking that up or not, but I'm picking it up. So that's why I kept looking that way. Okay, go down there. Does Azumarill have a move? It does have a move. So I will get to the player. I have to take this out, but this is all my energy. and they live anyway. So, and they banked that move, and I was like, I have to kind of throw here because I cannot bubble down or resist a bubble down a Dugong here, so I have to throw. And if they have a move, I'm done. Oh, maybe they don't have a move. I thought they had a Aqua Tail, but maybe not. Anyways, so that is it. I think Diggersby is super strong. I think Diggersby and Sandslash is super strong. It's tough to run both on a team just because of like the problems of having to draw like a fighter, but it's also you have secondary weaknesses like fire on Sandslash and water on and ice on a Diggersby. So it's not like a true ABB style team because you can draw out different things. You can draw out a water or an ice on Diggersby as opposed to drawing out the fighter. So I don't love these sort of like quasi ABB style teams, but I just want to test both of them out. It's early in the season. I did well with the team, right? You kind of have everything here. You have coverage for the main meta. You have bulk in Azumarill and Diggersby. You have like stuff that you have spamminess, right? 12 to a drill run, 10 to an ice punch, 10 to a fire punch, 14 on the first one, but 12 on the second to scorching sands. Azumarill's kind of slow, but you got some spamminess, you got some bulk, you got some hard hittingness that add up after a while. So overall, it's a pretty solid team despite the kind of tricky situations you need to walk through carefully. Anyways, that's it. So if you missed my thoughts yesterday, I'll do one more probably viewer submitted battle this afternoon, and then tomorrow we'll do a 1 week wrap up, what I think are be overrated, underrated, what the meta will be, and then we'll do the event coverage for the event starting Tuesday. So that is it. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good weekend, and I will see you guys in the next one.